Welcome to the LifePix University Podcast, episode 249. I have been waiting for this episode for so very long, and I know you have been too, because in this episode, I am giving you all the information you want to know about what's coming up next on the LifePix University Podcast. We are doing a major revamp and major greatness. So first off, why did I decide to go and change the format of the podcast? The reason for this is the more I was speaking to people and hearing what guests on the show were saying, the more I realized that it's really not what I believe and really not what I want you to know. Originally, when I started the podcast way back when, over 2 years ago by now, it was originally more about relationships and marriage. And the goal was to get from all different marriage experts and everyday people to hear about what they think is from their personal experience or professional experience, the best way to have an extraordinary relationship. But since then, we moved on, and it is now more about rewiring your brain and how you can make your all areas of your life more efficient and effective, not just in your relationships, but also your relationships. And since the type of questions were changing and the type of content I was putting out was getting a bit more specific to what I think is the best way to go about things, and I didn't like the answers people were getting, I was like, okay, we've got to change this. So we are completely changing the format. Now, I know so many of you also love the Rewire Your Brain episodes best. So you are going to get just that. I had someone tell me, I was like, I wish I could just play just the rewiring episodes and skip all the other ones, when it plays automatically on Spotify. And for some reason, there's just these interviews in between that I'm not really interested in. And I was like, okay, awesome. We are giving you just the Rewire Your Brain episodes, except they're not being called Rewire Your Brain episodes anymore. They're going to be a tiny bit longer. I'm still going to keep them nice and short, somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. So that way you could get real good content. And it's going to start off with once a week. We are going to make sure that the value in there is really, really high. So it's starting off as once a week. So that way it is really giving you what you want, and we will see what's going to come, because you know me, I can't keep the same thing for too long because it just gets too boring. And I think you appreciate that too. So starting next week, Wednesday, June 15th, we are going to be airing one episode every Wednesday it's going to be a really interesting format. We're going to start off with a real life challenge. I'm going to take an example from what I hear, either from my clients or from what you guys share with me on social media, or just things that I see coming up for people on an everyday basis. And after I share the real life challenge that hopefully is related to you, then I'm going to share with you the cognitive deficiency. Remember, cognitive functions are the thing that make up thinking. And when one of them are weak, it affects all areas of your life. So when it's weak, it's called the cognitive deficiency. And I'm going to share with you what the cognitive deficiency is, what it means, why it's causing you this issue. And then I'm going to share with you the real life challenge, not the real life challenges. Then I'm going to share with you the strategies and the power tools that you can use to go and rewire your brain. So that way this is no longer a challenge for you, and it just goes and happens easily. What I am so excited about this for is that it's not just putting on a Band-Aid of telling you to go and try this new tip, or just be productive, or just have this conversation with your partner, or just go and do this thing. It's not just putting on a Band-Aid. It's really going to be things for you to go and rewire brain on a cellular level. If you take the challenges that I give you, I'm going to give you every day, every week. In the end of the episode, I'm going to give you a challenge for you to take and go and do that week, just like on the Rewire Your Brain episodes. If you really go and you do them and you put them into practice, you will be rewiring your brain to be more efficient and effective in all areas of your life. You'll be able to grow your business. You'll be able to grow your brand. You'll be able to feel more satisfied and have more inner peace in yourself. You'll be able to be more productive. You'll be able to improve your relationships. It's all intertwined because it's all coming from the same place, your brain. So one last announcement that I am super excited to make. Because of this relaunch, we are doing a special promotion, special event. We are going to be doing the first week after relaunches. So from June 15th till June 22nd, if you leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app, so Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever it is, you leave an honest review and you screenshot it and tag me in on it, share it on Instagram stories and tag me in it. LifePix University. That's LifePix. Okay. That's important. LifePix University. Then you will go in for a chance to win $100 Amazon gift card. Are you excited for this? Because you are listening to this a week early, you have an extra week to go and do this bonus. I'm going to start counting them and sharing them with you. So that way you could get a chance to win this $100 gift card. And actually what I'm going to do is if you do it on more than one platform, you do it, let's say on Spotify and an Apple, you will get 2 entries in it. Just make sure however many you want to do on however many platforms, just make sure you screenshot each one of them and tag me in it. So that way you can get entered for each one of them. Now, go and do that and get ready, get your brain ready because we are going to grow those dendrites.
That's all for this episode of the LifePix University Podcast, but I have a huge favor to ask of you that will not only support the show, but will also help the people you love most. We are striving for 1 million downloads by the end of 2025, and we can't do this without your help. If you love this episode, please share it with 2 of your family and friends so they too can rewire their brains to have an extraordinary marriage. It was awesome spending time with you, and I'll see you on the next episode.